Hello, and welcome to another Just Massage Therapists podcast where we are just massage therapists. We are just women. We are just mothers and wives and daughters and all the fun things. But at the end of the day, everything we talk about is just our opinion from our massage therapy knowledge and the knowledge of our lives. God, that intro is getting more and more convoluted every Maybe I should write down a true intro and just follow the actual intro every time.
I always want to throw in, but we're so much more than that.
It is true. We are so much more than that. As well. I completely forgot to get this up on YouTube so I can see the comments that come through. Although I'm pretty sure we can see the comments coming through. Oh, yeah. Wow. It just immediately was on the top of my feed. That's hilarious. Winning. Oh, we are so weird. So if you were here last week, we were doing stretches this week. We were talking about stretching and exercise and why it's good for you. This week, we're going to show our stretching routines. Then we'll figure out what we want to do next week. If you are here on YouTube, we can see your chats in the chat and all that stuff. If you are here via Instagram, which I do need to press the go live button, which I think I should be able to now. There we go. So if you are here on Instagram, we can see you as well in the chats. And if you're here through Twitch, unfortunately, it's the only one we cannot see. Don't know why. I haven't figured out. So yeah, if you want to, just head over to YouTube or Instagram and follow us there. And you can find us and chat with us that way instead.
I apologize. I'm going to hiccup right away. I feel it coming. It may be right now. It could be in the middle of your stretching routine.
It's totally fine. It doesn't bother me one bit. We do have one announcement to just start the day off with, and that is that our book, the silicone myofascial cupping from Basics to Mastery, is going to be available up on our shop in the next couple of days. It is already available through Kindle Direct, so if you want to do ebook, you can go directly over to Amazon and look it up there. I'll maybe put the thing in the description. Thingamabob. We'll put the link and stuff for you if you want to go get it there, or you can just wait until it's actually on our shop. If you want a paper copy, we can put it up on the shop for you there as well. So yeah, here we go. We are doing routines. What our routines are. Now, I have to admit something before we start. I haven't been massaging for a little while, so I've been a little lax on the routine. I haven't been doing it as much. I still have the routine that I would normally do for massage when I am massaging, either part-time or full-time. I have a full routine that I do before and in between, and then at the end of the day. My before is really fast, and my in-betweens are really fast. So I'm just going to talk through those ones, and they'll show you my after, which is the long one, the one that helps me feel really good at the end of the day. I don't want to do too much stretching before and between treatments. I want to be stretched enough to be limber, but I don't want to overstretch my dumb joints. Right? So prior to, I do some simple neck stretches, simple pec stretch, simple wrist and elbow stretches. And then I actually, instead of stretching my my legs and my core, I actually do slow squats so that it's both doing stretch but also warming them up at the same time. So if you don't know what a slow squat looks like, I wonder if I can push my chair back just. Oh, I can. So a slow squat is basically from your standing position, going down, but you're literally going really, really, really slowly, and then bringing yourself back up. You should actually feel your calves stretch and your quads stretch while you're doing it, right? Your hamstrings are going to be contracting. Your tibialis anterior is going to be contracting. But then when you go back up, your quads are going to start to contract. Your gastrosoleus are going to start to contract as everything's pushing you back up. So it's kind of nice. I like it. And then in between, I only do my pecs and my arms. So I don't have enough time to do it. We never have enough time.
Since we're being honest, I feel like I should do a confession too. I don't stretch before, and my during stretches, I just run hot water over my hands, like my forearms, like hotter the better. But I don't really stretch before. Maybe just like a little shake. But then my in between,
always the shake.
Yeah, always get that lymph moving. But my in between stretches are done with my clients, and then I don't stretch until bedtime after.
I love the with your clients thing. You know, that might be actually my favorite new thing, because I don't actually think about doing the stretches with my clients. I'm watching them do the stretches, but I could watch them and do the stretches at the same time. Oh, how freaking amazing is that?
Well, it actually kind of triggered. I just got the idea from one of my previous instructors who doesn't stretch. And I was talking to her about stretches, and she's like, yeah, I get my stretching done when I teach my clients how to stretch. And that was her stretching. And I was like, that's not what you taught me.
Well, no, because she has to teach you, like, right, they have to teach you the right way, the proper way to do things. And then you build and learn yourself.
But yeah, so I adapted part of it. And then really my stretching, and it's really only when I feel, I don't do it every day either. I should, but I don't. I do it when I feel like I'm stiff. Yeah.
I love that for you.
Since we're being honest.
No, I know. Honesty is always going to be the best policy. I am chomping at the bit to get back into my routines when it comes to massage. I can't wait until I can.
You're starting a new routine.
Yeah, good point. Whole new routine, but honestly, the stretching routine is probably going to stay the same. It's a good routine. I love it, and I'm going to take you guys through. It's basically a half-hour routine. Because of my space, I'm not able to show you the lower half, so I can show you them. I've got them set up on videos already, but the upper half, I'm going to be able to show you basically all of it and walk through the whole thing. So it's going to take maybe 20 minutes, right? That's about how long the upper half, like I take about 40 minutes to an hour at the end of every massage day, and I stretch. Because my body's super warmed up. My muscles are really they're moving and fluid, and they're stiff and a little sore after the day. So stretching, an hour at minimum. Yeah.
I love that for you.
I love stretching. I love it. So with that being said, I'm going to steal the screen. And we are going to go through. Cora, are you going to follow?
Yeah, I sure am.
Woohoo! Come and follow us as we stretch together. Again, if you want to chat, you feel free. Otherwise, you can just follow us. So I start top to bottom, right? I know a lot of people like going bottom to top. I like top to bottom. I like doing my neck first, then my shoulders and my arms, then getting into my trunk and all the way down through my legs. So I always start with neck, and I like to combine almost everything in my neck. So everything I do with rotation. So I don't do just a straight forward. I always do a side and pull down and pull forward. Instead of targeting any one muscle, which you can't do anyway, this allows me to get the traps. It allows me to get some of the smaller muscles, the suboccipitals in there with the chin tuck. It allows me to get the erector spinae group, because I'm not just going into my armpit. I'm also pulling it down towards my chest. I'll do that one. It's about 10 seconds. So I'll go 10, 15 seconds, and then I'll go to the other side. Same thing. Down into and forward. Make sure that your other hand is not pulling up your shoulder. You're just holding it down. Yeah, I can definitely tell I haven't been doing this for a while. And we come out of that. Now if I want to go and do my flexor side, I'm going to turn, and I'm going to try and look into the corner of a room. That's going to get my SCM. It's going to get my hyoids if I keep my jaw closed. It's really hard to do right now. 10 seconds, come back. And then again, we're going to turn and extend. And again, that's going to get all those front muscles. Keep your jaw closed, not clenched, just closed. And 10 seconds. Now, I'm not going to do the full thing because I would actually do 3 rounds of 10 seconds. Right? So I'll give you an example with the lateral. I will do the lateral ones to get my scalenes. So I'll do these ones correctly. So for my scalenes, for the side of my neck, I'll bring it all the way over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 9, 10, and then I'll stretch it a little further and do another 10 seconds. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, and a little further. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it's 30 seconds for every stretch. Every stretch take you about 30 seconds. You can actually count the full 30 and just every time you hit a 10-second marker, just pull it a little further. Right? And that's it for the neck. I don't do straight up. I don't do straight down. If my suboccipitals are really sore, I will do the chin push and get them, but they're rarely ever really sore. I'm one of those very lucky individuals who does not get sore suboccipitals very often. I know, everybody hates me for it. Then I'll move on to my posterior deltoids. My posterior deltoids and rhomboids. I don't spend a lot of time trying to pull the rhomboid, so I'm really focused on the deltoid more than the rhomboid. So as I'm coming across here, I'm not trying to pull it across my body. I'm just sort of trying to hug my neck. And you should feel it in the deltoid and not the rhomboids. Right? It'll get your rhomboids too, but you can do this one. Again, best is to hold it for 30 seconds, and every 10 second, you go a little bit further. These are really good active stretches. So I'll do one side. And if I'm really wanting to have some fun, I'll switch it up and I'll start with my left side first.
Rebel.
Right? Right? Again, not straight across like this, because that's going to get really hard into your mid-traps and your rhomboids. More like this, like you're hugging yourself to get that posterior deltoid. Right? The one that does horizontal abduction, abduction, as well as extension and interrotation. This is going to get that deltoid better. Woo! I love it. I love how it feels back there. It took me, actually, because nobody ever taught me that one, it took me years to discover how to place my hand so that I'm not overdoing my rhomboids. Yeah. For anterior deltoid, chair, and you just try to grab your hands. Try to grab your hands behind a chair, or have like something that you can hold on to if you can't fully wrap and grab your hands. And you just bring them both back. Keep your shoulders down. Don't try to pull them up. Keep them down. Oh, it's so nice. Keep your elbows a little bent as well while doing this one, so you're not going after something else. It's fun because in the shoulders and arms, I do target muscles. You're going to get a little bit of biceps in this as well. You can't help it. But if you bend your arms a little bit, you don't have to worry about it as much. Woo! Oh, that one feels really good. Oh. All right, now middle deltoid, there's both of those will get your middle deltoid a little bit as well. Right? The only other way to really get middle deltoid is to come across the body and pull down. I hate this stretch because I am big bosomed. It's so hard to do. If it works for you, if you are not big bosomed, you can do that stretch no problem. It's true. Uh, uh, the triceps, I do the over the shoulder, right? It's a nice, easy one to do. It's really quite fun. If you want to, you can add in your extensors of your wrist as well by making a fist first. So curling your fingers in, flexing at the wrist, and then pulling it. So you can do your whole arm. And this one I would actually do 15 seconds 3 times. So it'd be a 45-seconder. And you're going to get some really good stretch out of this for extensors.
Yep.
Oh, I love this one. It's great because you can use your shoulder to kind of help you hold your fist in place. Right? When you let these out as well, don't just like let them out. Slowly let them out. Get on this side. You're going to curl your fingers in to that fist. You're going to flex. And you're going to anchor that fist into your shoulder, into your traps, basically. You hold. And then every 10 seconds, 10 to 15 seconds for this one, you're going to just deepen it a little bit. Oh, I love these. While you're doing this is a great time to be really cognizant of your core as well. So you can actually sit there and be really thoughtful about your posture and your breathing and keeping your core engaged, which is almost always a good thing. And then we take it out. Now, I know all of you know the pec stretches. Right? And I don't have a corner here to go on, but I do have a pretend corner right here. See this wonderful pretend corner. So I'm going to pretend corner this stretch. And it is literally just this. And this. If you want to go pec minor, it's down here. Into the corner. We're all fairly aware of that one. That one, just like with my triceps, I actually like to do that one for 45 seconds. A full 45 seconds instead. For the brachialis, biceps, and the flexor group, that one I do on a surface. I start with extending my hand, placing it on a surface, and then doing that extension. Now, sometimes I will go the backwards way so that I can really get the biceps in there as well.
Like this, Chelsea?
Oh, I gotta look at you. Yeah, exactly like that. So, starting with the fingers out, then extending at the wrist, then extending at the elbow. And it's another one I'll do for 45 seconds. Try not to put all the pressure on your wrist. Try to put it evenly across your hand. And if you want to deepen the stretch, all you have to do is lean backwards. Crazy, right? Now, if you just want to target your wrist, all you have to do is bend your elbow. Yep. And we switch to the other side. Such a lovely feeling.
I feel like I need a lower table for this one, or a lower surface.
Yeah, This guy's a little high for me, so I'm going to have to do mostly just my... Now, this one's a little tricky for my right arm. This is the one I've broken.
Oh, yeah.
So I have to be very, very gentle on my right side because it hurts if I go too hard. That's never fun. That's never fun. Okay. So basically for upper, like chest and up, that is what I do. I've got videos to show you. Dun, dun, dun. I have videos to show you for the other stretches that I've got. So let me just pop myself over here. So I usually start either erector spinae or QL, and this one is such a great visual for the different steps of QL stretches. I really enjoy Dr. Joe. So as you can see, she's kind of starting in a butterfly formation, which is another one I'll do, and I can show you. So if you have an issue with getting into your butterfly, you don't have to be in a full butterfly for this. It's actually really delightful. Just have a slight butterfly, something to anchor you, and then all you do is go to the side. It's so nice. It's so easy. I do this one more than any other one for the QL stretch. Oh, I like the way she explains it too, like going through the ball. I know you guys can't hear her, and neither can I. I've got her muted right now, but yeah, rolling a ball in one direction. Now there's that guy, which I really love. It's the one I use the most often. This is the one you've probably seen in more videos or classes that you've taken, or even in gym classes early on, is having the legs in a figure 4. So this one's good, not just for QL, but this one will also get lats really well. So QL and lats together. Doing this guy, again, this is a good 30-seconder. So doing 10 seconds, deepening, 10 seconds, deepening. You can also do it like I am, just sitting in a chair. Right, so I'm going to pause this guy and come back to you guys. You can also do a good QL stretch just sitting in a chair and doing the same motion. The problem with sitting in a chair is that we have a tendency, as we're going, to hike our whole hip up and pull ourselves. So you've got to be really mindful of where you sat your hips so that they don't move with you. Right? This is as far as I can go right now because I have not been on my stretches. I'm really, really disappointed in myself, actually. Oh my gosh. And on this side. Ooh, okay. I've been better on my right side than my left side. Right? So again, keeping yourself upright, but just allowing yourself to lean over and not falling over. Keeping that hip solid and set onto your chair. So at this point, we've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 stretches, right? So 15 stretches at about 30 to 45 seconds each. We're already basically at a half an hour. This is why it takes me an hour, if not more, to do my stretches in a day. The next one, and this is where I need to go to my playlists. The next one is actually the erector spinae group. Mine are kind of in the backwards order on this one. So erector spinae, most of people do this one as just the bend forward. I don't actually like doing the bend forward anymore. I used to like it, but that was before my knees, decided they're old now. So I like the way that she does these. They're really nice. So the first thing she does is cat-cow. Most of you are probably really, really familiar with the cat-cow stretch already, right? Or the cat-camel in this case. So coming up, wee, and then stretching yourself down. Now she does a 3-second hold. I still do a 10-second. I don't do a full 30 seconds though. I'll do 10 seconds up, 10 seconds down, 10 seconds up, 10 seconds down. So this is your curve. This is the first step. You want to hold that guy. And then coming back down. Oh yeah, she didn't do the cow part. She did just the cat
share
part.
your screen with us, Chelsea?
Oh, am I not sharing the screen? I forgot to put it on the right thing. I'm so sorry. That's so bad. I'll replay that. So she's doing the cat camel or the cat one. She doesn't do the cow, so she doesn't go down into the moo. She just does the cat because it's specifically for the erector spinae. The cow is for your abdominal region. So yeah, she tucks the chin in there and she'll hold it up there. I like to add the cow in just, for fun. It helps with the abdominal region and diaphragm and everything. So I'll either do the cat and cow, or if I'm pressed for time, I will just do this guy. This is the knees to the chest. Here we go. Basically, you're holding them as close as you can. I don't like to go underneath if I can help it. I like to go over top of my shins instead of underneath my knees because it hurts me to grasp underneath my knees. There we go. Oh, so she's doing a ballistic version of this or a dynamic version. I would not recommend the ballistic or dynamic version of this one. The next one is the piriformis stretch. Now, before we talk piriformis stretch, coming back to you guys again. So many people do the piriformis stretch where they put their ankle on their knee like a figure 4 and then bring it up. The only problem with that is that you're not internally rotating then. You're only externally rotating your hip, and that's what the piriformis does. So in order to stretch the piriformis, you need to internally rotate. It's so funny. This is one of the reasons why having someone guide you through stretches is kind of an important thing, because you're going to go on and type piriformis stretch or whatever if you know that's the muscle, and you're going to see a bunch of videos of people stretching the glutes but not actually stretching the piriformis and calling it a piriformis stretch. You know what? I'm gonna give you guys an example. Show you an example of what I mean.
I will be right back.
Yeah. You take your time, my dear. Oh, look, there we are right there. That's so fun. I saw, this one right here. I saw this and was like, no. This might give you relief from pain in your buttocks. Sorry, he's just on it today. It might give you relief from pain in your gluteal region, but it is not actually stretching. So what he's saying is to push that knee into external rotation, which is going to contract the piriformis muscle. And then he's bringing them back while still putting that pressure down. That's not correct to stretch the piriformis. This does not stretch the piriformis properly. It stretches the glutes, glute max, glute med, glute min. All of those are getting a little bit of stretch in here, right? But it's not doing anything really for your actual piriformis. Maybe a couple of the other deep 6 that are a little lower, right? Like quadratus femoris. Yeah. So that is not what I recommend. What I do recommend is the way this gentleman does it. So he starts off, instead of going into a figure 4, which is really good for adductors, he starts off bringing the knee up and over to the other side where you're actually going to be stretching and internally rotating that hip. Right? You can do this again. 30 seconds is really, really good, especially if you increase the stretch every 10 seconds. Right? Now, this guy here, again, is not going to be doing that full piriformis because he's not internally rotating it. If he were to pull his knee a little bit more off to the side, that would be internally rotating it and giving a much better or deeper stretch. Whew. Next then are the hip flexors. And this one's just so beautiful. I always put something soft underneath my shin so that I don't hurt myself, right? And then I allow that push. So that little bit of extra space for your knee to move down gives you the space you need to stretch out the iliopsoas. That's a good 30-second hold. Again, 10 seconds, you go a little bit further. 10 seconds, go a little bit further. Gosh, I love these things. They're so good. Butterfly is next. We all know the butterfly. I love the butterfly. This is one of the ones that I can't and have never been able to fully do, but I always feel so good to do. So I was constantly doing it. I still do it now. It's actually one of the stretches I have not given up on in my non-massaging life. Right now, you can see that she's using her arms and hands in order to push her knees down. You can also use your forearms if you wish, as long as you keep decent posture. You can also lean into it if you want to add your back. So if you don't have time to do your back and your butterfly, do them together. It's a little bit more intense, and I would do 45 seconds instead of 30 seconds, increasing every 15 seconds instead. Whoop, IT band. I love this one because I don't have to worry about losing my balance. A lot of people will do the IT band stretch on the side, like sideline, which I did for years. And then I found this guy. Right? This one's much easier to do if you're wearing shoes. If you're not wearing shoes, you might hurt your ankles. So please try and make sure that you are using shoes for this. Sorry, I just want to go back and see it again. Right? So you can pull over. And I always do, this is one of the reasons why I go head to toe instead of toe up, because at this point, my hips will be feeling really good, and so will my lower back, so I can get that IT band and not feel like I'm dying. And then lastly, I go into soleus and gastrocs. I generally speaking don't do much other stretching in here. Like I'll stretch my toes out a little bit. But this one I love. For soleus, you can do almost the same thing with gastrocs, but for soleus, you see how she bends her knee, keeps her heel down? That allows you to stretch the soleus on the back. If you want to stretch the gastroc, you keep that knee straight and you just lean forward. And there we go. That's my general stretching routine. And then I will just splay my toes and do some stretching like that. And that is it. That's the entirety. And it takes me about an hour, sometimes an hour and a half if I'm having a really, really bad day where everything is really sore and I have to move slowly. So like on the days where I'm doing 4 or 5, sometimes 6 treatments, I'll take a little bit extra time. That's it. That's me. Cora, I think it is your turn.
Okay. So I don't have nearly as an extensive stretching routine as Chelsea does. I kind of, when I do stretch, I kind of go into those body scans that I mentioned. And I'll kind of start by just kind of imagining, usually I'm lying down. Sometimes I'm seated, but usually I'm laying down on my back. But I'll just kind of imagine that there is a string coming from the top of my head, so holding me straight. And then when I'm laying down, I'll actually point my toes and kind of imagine like I'm on a rack where my toes are being stretched, my head's being pulled. So I'm just kind of elongating. And then from there, I kind of just assess, kind of feel where the tension is. Like right now, I'm feeling it in the rhomboids. So I would come in and just kind of find a position that feels good. And this is that position. So I guess maybe it's more my middle traps, more so than my rhomboids, but that area. And then come in and just do that static stretch, kind of like a self-hug. You could self-hug here. It doesn't feel right to me right now, though, so I wouldn't. And that's very much So I hold my stretches for 30 seconds. Kind of, but for time's sake, I'll go for 10, just like Chelsea had. So 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then come into the other side. And again, I'm just finding a position that feels right. Now here, this one would be more my upper traps and the rhomboids. So I'm coming in this way. I'm very right dominant, so I find that my needs on my left and my needs on my right are kind of different. I'm always stretching the same kind of area, but I just feel like the restrictions are different, so my body kind of calls me to position myself differently. And I'm always keeping that string coming from the top of my head, keeping that back straight. Okay, so I have that 10 seconds. And then now I actually feel like I need to stretch my pec minor. So what I like to do for my pec minor, because I know I have that anterior shoulder roll. So when I come in to stretch my pec minor, I like to interlace my hands behind my back, squeeze my shoulder blades together, making sure that it is coming from the rhomboids and not my shoulders. And then just pull my hands down towards the floor. Just will them to touch my knees. That's kind of what I imagine, is my hands are coming down to my knees. Standing, seated, it doesn't really matter. This is actually a really great stretch that I give to most of my clients, especially if they're desk jobs, because this is something quick that you can do. Okay. And now I'm kind of feeling like I want to lean forward a little bit, stretch that lower back. So I'm keeping my back straight, and I'm just going to bring my arms up. So this is kind of targeting, feels like my middle traps, the pecs a little bit, the different fibers of my pec major. And I do feel that stretch in those lower traps also as I'm coming through. Again, just making sure that back stays straight.
I can't do this one because my fingers go numb.
On my bad days, mine do too. But today it's okay. Okay, and then I'll just come in, and when it comes to my neck, I do target my suboccipitals a lot because my scoliosis, they are like, my curve starts right at C1. So I do have a lot of tension built up there. So I will do that chin tuck, and then I'll pull my chin, then I'll pull my head down. And again, just keeping that back straight. Now, again, because of that scoliosis, I'll feel the stretches in different areas. So I tend to rotate whatever feels right for me. My needs are different kind of they're different based on what I'm doing throughout the day, where I'm holding the stretch. But I'll just come in, kind of get those rotators a little bit, those multi-fidi. And I guess a QL a little bit here too. And I'm really reaching my elbow out right now. Again, kind of willing it towards that computer to get those lats. And then QL. All right. Okay.
Oh God, it feels so good.
Doesn't it?
Oh my God, I love stretching so much.
Yeah, really, I really don't really, I just go with what my body asks me to do once I get into that state. And then I'll just kind of come into and just kind of do a little bit of rocking. It can be back and forth, side to side, whatever feels right. Just kind of get a slow, fluid movement going. And then that kind of just loosens up the vertebrae a little bit. And then that's usually how I am able to get those natural adjustments a lot of the time. And you might feel as you're doing this, You might feel like the urge to move your arms, move your body in a certain position, and that is completely normal. It's actually your system, your body itself, trying to release certain restrictions that it's been holding on to. So if you do start to feel, if you are doing this with us right now and you do feel the urge to kind of twist or move, I usually tend to want to like rock a little bit more, go more lateral bending, and just kind of get that movement going. It's kind of like I'm initiating rocking. And just kind of, and really allow that movement to come from wherever it needs to come from, whether it's the hips, the mid back. Like for me right now, I really feel it coming from maybe like T7-ish. And that checks out because that's where my bigger curve is for my scoliosis. So that's usually where I feel the restrictions most. And you might feel the rhythm change a little bit. And that's normal too. That's completely normal. Just kind of listening to what your body's asking. For me, I'm going to stop myself right there because I feel like it's going to continue a little bit.
It's really nice.
Doesn't it? It's so nice. I love it so much. And then I do really like the butterfly too. So I'll come in and I will actually have my elbows on my knees, keeping that back straight. And the elbows are kind of willing my knees towards the floor. It doesn't really matter where your feet are in this. If you're here, that's fine. My goal is always to have the knees, at least your thighs touching the floor as much as possible, or your surface as much as possible.
Yeah.
But you always want to come in and get as close as you can. And again, keeping that back straight, I'll actually lean forward and really target those adductors, keeping that back straight. I'm also targeting the low back.
Yeah, I love that one.
It's my favorite. Yeah, I do this one all the time. Like this is one that I'll do when I'm like watching my show. I'll just sit on the couch and do this one. Even when I'm reading sometimes. I'll just do this. And my piriformis stretch, actually, I really like the rotational stretches. I feel like, again, I just feel like that's what my body like craves. So I'll actually come in, hook my elbow around and reach. And now like this is stabilizing. I'm not putting pressure on my leg. I'm stabilizing it. What I'm doing is I'm willing my hand, my posterior or my opposite hand. I'm kind of willing it to my opposite side or to the floor in this case here. Yeah. And this is a really good way I find to address that IT band and that piriformis, also those lateral rotators. And it's important to breathe. Don't forget to breathe. When something hurts or is stiff, we always tend to want to do that. Hold our breath, I mean.
I can do this one on my chair. I can't go as far as you, though. Like, look at you, you wonderful lady.
See, and I find like a hold stretches longer on different sides. I know it kind of, we always say making sure it's even, but if I feel the stretch more, I'll go longer than that 30 seconds, but I will hold that stretch for 30 seconds always.
Oh, yeah. In podcast. I forgot.
And I will also do that rocking for the erector spinae. I do it more so to loosen up the SI joints, though.
Yeah,
like that's rocking back and forth. And I also will do SI. I'll also come in and do some muscle energy techniques a lot of the time too. So I'll come in just to address those SIs because my SI joints suck. So I'll come in and I'll kind of do some PNF a little, or kind of contract, relax, but I'm going to come in, have my elbows between my knees, and I'm going to squeeze. Hold that for about 5-10 seconds. And you want to make sure that you are activating those adductors in this situation. So you're not pushing this way, you're pulling from that pelvis. and you're coming in and you're going to squeeze, and you're going to hold that for 10 seconds, and you're going to do that 3 times. And then after that, kind of come in, do your crossover on either side. And then you're going to switch. Now you're going to come into abduction again, just hooking into your elbows and abducting. And this is the one. And now here you want to target your glutes. You want the glutes to open up and get that abduction to come through. So again, holding that for 10 seconds.
I'm trying this one tonight.
It's amazing. I do it with my clients all the time, actually. So 10 seconds, relax. Another 10 seconds. And we're increasing our contraction with each repetition. Okay, so it's minimal, submaximal, and then maximal as much as we can withstand. We're not really able to resist ourselves at the same time as we're contracting, and then again, just come in and do that rotation. And then when I'm on my back, I'll actually do a bit of a bridge, and that's usually where my SI joints adjust, is with that bridge.
So you're kind of a top down as well, aren't you? Going
top.
You kind of start top and go down as well, don't you? I love that.
Yeah, it's kind of one of those where it's like a full body initially. Like sometimes I don't really do a lot in the lower leg. I should do more in the lower body. But it's more my back and pelvis that I target.
This is really cool. I loved all of that.
Yeah, so that's pretty much my routine. When I am laying down, I'll really feel what's happening in my vertebral column more. And I do feel that the rocking movements kind of happen a bit more frequently and in different ways. Like when you're seated, it kind of hits the thoracic lumbar spine, but when you're laying down, it can actually travel all the way down to that sacrum. If you just give yourself permission to feel that body scan, kind of feel those areas of tension, and just tell yourself you're allowed to relax, because it's crazy what permission does. And permission from you. Like when you give yourself permission, you will be able to release.
If I were to add any one other thing to that, you can also give yourself permission to do this in a hot tub.
Yes, you can. Yeah. Actually, that's really, I know when we were in Florida, that's something that was suggested, is to treat each other in the water, and to try to stretch and promote unwindings in the water. Mm-hmm. And it was actually really amazing because gravity was already taken out. We didn't have to worry about taking gravity out so that the body could do its thing. The water did that for us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Just make sure you're in water that you trust.
That's a big one. Make sure you feel safe in that water.
But yeah, so that's pretty much my stretching routine.
I love it. Oh my gosh. I love how we're so similar yet so very different in certain things. Right? Like I'm very pragmatic in my approach. And yours like, it's okay. Just let your body tell you. I love it. I'm going to incorporate some of the let your body tell you as I'm doing mine.
Yeah, that was something that actually it really came down to letting go of my control issues, or working on my control issues. And I kind of started with that, with like releasing like my own control issues by making it so I'm not necessarily setting a strict routine for the stretching. It's just kind of working. And I'm working on listening to my body too, because I'm not the best at that. So.
I think you might be better than me.
Sorry?
I think you might be better than me at that right now. It seems like that you're able to listen a little bit better. Well, I think subconsciously doing my stretches, I will change what I'm doing depending on what my body feels. But I would never have thought about it like that. I wouldn't have been intentional with it like that. And that's so important, is being intentional.
Yeah. It's just something, I don't know. That really resonated with me with my myofascial training. Like all of it. That's just resonated. So that's kind of what I've been.
That's so exciting. Oh my gosh. Well, this was nice. I feel like looser and more mobile, except for from my hips down, because I wasn't able to do much there in this case. But I'm going to try those tonight and get those all loosey goosey.
Yeah, the muscle energy is amazing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I do love muscle energy stuff.
I wish I knew more of it.
All right, cool. Oh, that was fun.
It was a really good idea. Thank you, Chelsea.
I kind of want to do it again. Like
let's do strengthening.
Oh my god, we could. Oh yeah, I've got some ones that I really love doing. Although mine are mostly water bound. Ooh, balance. I can do balance ones if you want to do strengthening ones.
I can do strengthening.
Yeah?
Yeah, I could.
I would love to do some like visual balance ones. I'll try and figure out a way that I can stand and show you guys some balance tricks. Even with my bad foot, balance is one of the things I love and have tried to maintain.
Yeah, I fail with balance.
Good. Then let me do some balance stuff with. That would be fun next week. Let's do that.
Okay.
Okay. I mean, I'm just probably going to do the stork walk and stuff, which is the funnest of the balance stuff. Let's be honest. The stork walk. Ooh, and the tip toes. I love the tip toes. The star. Yeah. Oh, yes. Oh, I'm looking forward to next week's podcast now. What?
No, nothing.
Oh, looks like you were going to say something. Okay, cool. Well, that was fantastic. Thank you, everybody who decided to join. And don't be scared to say hi when you do join if you want to. I know we talk a lot, but it doesn't mean that we won't listen to you. Unless apparently you're in Twitch, because we still can't see the Twitch.
Just don't go on Twitch.
Yeah, go to one of the other ones. Soon enough, we'll be able to do it on Facebook, and we'll stop doing it on Twitch. So if you are watching us on Twitch, you might want to find us on one of the other ones soon. And then our podcast is also audio versions on Spotify, and we're trying to put it out to other places as well. So, they're not as good. The audio ones are not as good because we're very visual and we like to show things and do things, but they'll be there.
That they will.
Yeah. You listening to your body right now?
Yeah, I kind of woke it up right now. I just kind of gotta let it run its. It's
a lot like stimming. Like it feels very stimmy in the rocking motions, but then it's so relaxing at the same time. It's crazy.
It is, yeah. Like and if this happens after where you feel like vibration, it's okay. It's just your fascial system releasing. It's normal. It's okay.
Nice. Oh, hi, baby. You want to come say hi? Come on. Come say hello. Say hello to the world. Say hello to the world. They want to see your face. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. He's a little camera shy. All right. Well, this has been fantastic and lovely and wonderful, and we are going to say our goodbyes and our have good evenings, and we're so happy that you came to join us. Have a fantastic evening. Bye-bye.
Bye.
See you in